Okay, so you want to know how to hook up 2 amps. It doesn't matter if you're hooking up 2 amps for 2 subwoofer amps, or 1 amp for a sub and 1 amp for the mids. It don't matter. I hook them up the same way. Okay, to do this, it will help if you know how to just hook up a amp regularly. So if you don't, watch my video that shows you how, and it probably make things more simple. Because right now I have a huge light behind my back to make things brighter, but I have two cars right now with audio in it, and I'm getting short on like spare cables and everything. So to show this video, I kind of got to use just spare parts I have, like spare wires, all that good stuff. So I'll probably be repeating myself a lot, so you'll understand it better. But I laid it out on my floor like I did my amp installation video, because it seems like everybody understood it real well. I didn't have any complaints. I hope I don't ever, but you know, there's always somebody mad. But anyway, here's how it goes. Alright, here's my ghetto battery. There's your wire running to your battery. I got my 0 gauge wire laid out right now. That's fine, you can use whatever, but you'll need it to be, you can't have a real little one. You'll see why in a minute. But there's the wire. It goes down. There's my fuse block. I'm already using my 2 fuse blocks in my vehicles right now, so there's just a fuse, but you need a fuse block right there, not too far away from your battery. It goes down through your firewall like normal, like you're normally hooking up an amp. Then here's where things get crazy. Here's what you got. You need one of these guys. This is a distribution block. There's all different sizes. Right now I'm just using 2 that I have. This one takes a 4 gauge in, so this would need to be a 4 gauge, and then it gives you, let's see if I can get around here, 2/8 out. You can kind of see that. Those are actually, these 2 wires here are actually 8 gauge wires. So pretend this is a 4 gauge wire, and it's going in here to a distribution block. This is a cheaper one. It's like a EFX or whatever. Here's what it looks like on top. There's a screw to screw down the one in, screw to screw down the 2 going out for your power wire. And then you run these 2 power wires to your 2 amps. I'm using 2 amps I've got sitting around. They're both popped. I blew both of them at once. This little cheap Rampage and my Kenwood. It don't matter what kind of amps you got, you know, whatever, you can hook up 2 of them. You just link them both up. Yeah, here's that power wire, goes into this amp just like normal. This power wire is going to go into this amp just like normal. And then you got your ground. Here's your grounds to a bolt in your trunk. It goes down and it goes into a distribution block. This one is actually another one I have. It's just a spare. It's not what I'd actually need to do 2 amps, because you need one kind of like this. 1 in, 2 out. This one actually takes 1 in and sends 4 of them out. I think it takes a 4 gauge in, 4 gauge into it, and I think it's got 4 different spots for 8 gauge to come out, in case you're trying to hook up 4 different amps. And it goes into it from the bolt in the trunk, and it goes out of it just like so. 1 out, and then this is another ground. I'm using it for a ground. It's not black. Pretend this is black. This one goes into 1 amp, goes over here to the Rampage. This one goes up here to my Kenwood. Same as the power wire. 1 in, 2 out. Alright, so now you got your grounds hooked up. You got your power wire hooked up. Do some research on eBay. It might help you out if you want to find distribution blocks. There's all kinds, shapes and sizes. But you normally need a bigger one in and then smaller ones out. So if you want to run like 2 4-gauge out, you need like a 0 gauge like this big boy running into it, and then 2 4s out, however you do it, or 4 gauge in, 2 8s out. You need them both the same size. Don't make the ground smaller than the power. Both the same size. So right now this is 0, this would need to be 0. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now you need your RCAs. Alright, here's my head unit because I don't feel like dragging my other one out. Just like normal, plug your RCAs into your head unit. It goes back, goes into your amp like normal. Right there. There's actually 2 spots on here to put amplifiers in here. I can't think right now. I'm having a brain block why that is, but got going in the in. It says right on top of it, amplifier in or line in, and then you got a line out, or you should have. And I'll explain if you don't in a minute what you do, but take your line out. You can find a shorter set of RCAs, or just take another set of RCAs, put it in your line out, run it around, boom, right into your second amp. So wow, there's your RCAs from the head unit to the line in, and then take another set of RCAs to the line out and run it over here to this amp. If you don't have a line out on your amp, you need something kind of similar to this. It's called splitters, or Y splitters. It makes one RCA, one set of RCAs, 2. Not exactly like this. This is just an example, but see, one in, and then you may have a couple going out. It's kind of complicated. Look online for Y splitters. You'll kind of understand it better, a little bit better. Lastly, your RCAs. Here's how I do RCAs. Now you can get another distribution block if you want to do your RCAs, but here's how I did it last time. I even still have the wire. You got it going from your head unit, RCAs, or not RCA, sorry, remote. If I said RCAs, I meant remote wire. And I got it coming out of the head unit, and I got one of these guys making it 2. Don't just ignore this little piece. So I got, boom, going into here, and then I spliced 2 together down here and put in there, and then boom, you got 2 sets of RCA, or I keep saying RCAs, 2 remote wires. So remote wire into your head unit, splice it with one of these, or splice it however you can, ghetto style it if you want, I don't care. Just make it into 2, and then plug these 2 in to your amplifiers. 2 wires, 2 amps. That pretty much sums it up what I can think of right now. If you got any questions, always feel free to ask. I kind of laid this out quick. I remember I need to do this video for I had a couple different people asking, so I try to help people out if I can. I've actually done this before, so I know it works. I try not to do videos if I haven't done the experiment before, but this worked for me. So yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, ask questions, and give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, I suppose, if you feel like it.